Getting facts still live. Still live? No, actually, just live. You know, any day now. There we go. There we go. All right. That's what I want to see. There we go. Is Twitch going? Doesn't look like it's loading anything over there. I have like multiple devices that are just not working. Oh, that's good. That's a good start. There we go. All right. Yeah, the capture card does what the capture card does. But that's all right. We're just getting set. And all right, since the occasion somewhat calls for it, given that we've pseudo-completed a Poison Pill project, DLC notwithstanding, or no, DLC withstanding. YouTube says the current bitrate is, well, that's nowhere near as low as the bitrate that I'm giving it is, so that's interesting, but anyway. Okay. I'm actually going to kill the sound on the console, and I'm going to go ahead and roll. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, you know, yeah, let's celebrate the occasion of being done, well, not done control, but again, besides the DLC. Let's roll the Old Gods of Asgard Rebirth album, because those tracks are safe. They play in the games. They'd better be. And if they're not, then I guess this stream will have some muted audio. At least not me muted audio, but you know. Yeah, fuck it, why not? Let's do it. All right. Okay. All right. And with that, that's not quite how the transition was supposed to go. Can we try that again? That's better. All right. And actually, yeah, if I'm not mistaken, Spotify probably needs to come down a bit, right? No, wait, actually, I think that's probably right where I want it. There we go. All right. Hello, and welcome to a percentage chance update for the 15th of April. I almost said August. Wait, which song is this? Yeah, okay, sure. Yeah. I forgot what the order of these was. That's the second one? That's crazy. I guess starting with one of the new ones is a good choice, but yeah, anyway. Anyway, cool. All right. Sounds good to me. So, I can't get too excited because this has actually been a really rough day. But, and I do have good news. I also have a lot of bad news. But, you know, we can get to that as we go. Did I leave the fucking glasses cleaner on the table? Ah, shit. What a great start. Lord knows am I never gonna have the ability to play other, like, you know, proper Poets tracks on the channel, so I might as well take the only chance I can get with, you know, stuff from the games. So, number one with a bullet would be, hi, I wear my glasses now. If you weren't around in the last week or so, that happened during Control Live, actually. I just sort of had the epiphany that I could do that. So I just sort of went with it. Yeah, I guess that would be bullet point number one, which is just that, I sort of realized that the reason that I couldn't wear them all those years ago. Not the reaction I was expecting, but okay. It still doesn't seem to want to accept that I'm looking at the Twitch, which I don't appreciate. There we go. So yeah, it's one of those things where, like, I used to not be able to wear them because the frames would, like, kind of pierce my skull if I wore any given headset. And that's been interesting to just put them on and let it rock. No pun intended. And I mean, yeah, I can see better, I guess. I do need to get the frames replaced though, because there's like little specks and stuff that's like underneath the glass that's like been there for a long time. So luckily, it seems like that is a free process to get replaced. So also these things are like one of these is firmly attached and the other is clearly not. So that's another thing. Things like that. So, geez, should I start with the bad news? Because I have a lot less bad news than I have good news. Like, it's one of those cosmic forces aligning weeks where, like, you get a lot of good things to counterbalance a very bad thing. Yeah, that's the term. There you go. Look at you being smart. Oh yeah, I guess I should also mention, because it's been a couple months since we did a channel update stream. Yeah, it pretty much. Yeah, it's not the worst point. But yeah, actually, I guess before I get carried away and forget, because it's been like 2 or 3 months since I did a channel update stream. That is actually how I preferred my facial scruff. Evidently, I forgot how to get it that way. But hey, yeah, I guess it's worth mentioning. Oh my God, did we just have an insane bitrate spike? Okay, how much footage did I just lose? How much footage did I just lose? Because we just had a massive bitrate spike. They did do internet work on the building this morning again, so, you know. But it's, like, I'm literally not... I'm literally not, like, running anything crazy right now, so I don't know. It's just my face, bro. You're not running insane bitrate, or you shouldn't need to, like, keep this shit smooth, whatever. Whatever. But yeah, I gotta make sure how much footage I actually lost there, if any. Anyway, what I was gonna say next is that, a piece of channel that seems relevant to mention, because this was not the case last time we had, maybe 1 or 2 minutes. A whole 1 to 2 minutes? Ah, shit, really? That's a lot of talking. Fuck. Okay, well, I can't just say, what did you not hear? haven't mentioned it before. Oh, okay. Well, what I was gonna get into with that was basically just to say, could you see how discombobulated I am after this whole day? The bad news will explain why. We have a mod on the channel now. On both, actually. We have a mod in Twitch and in YouTube now. So that's a pretty big change that seems worth mentioning in an updatey stream. It's not like you don't know that as the only person that's currently here right now, but as far as people watching the update stream afterwards, that seems important to mention. Hello, say hi, you're the only mod. What's up? Don't piss them off. Don't say anything too stupid, I guess. They have a lot of power around here. I know, it's crazy. And that's not the only thing that's gonna need to be established as far as Twitch stuff, because we do have decently big things to get into on that respect. But the next thing that seems important to get into. God damn it. Oh. That one, yeah. A little too much gestural voice practice on that one to get it wrong. Okay, yeah, now please go back to the... Oh, yeah. Give me Children of the Elder God, please. That's what I want to hear. Come on, that's what I want to hear. Yeah, do it. Yeah. Awesome. Anyway, so... Although, one of the songs I know will get tripped on YouTube is Balance Slays the Demon. That one actually does get tripped, so I might skim that one. Okay, let's go ahead and crash the mood straight into the dirt. There is good stuff to talk about, but let's just go ahead and just crater the mood. She's never appeared on stream, despite being in my life for 18 years. Especially, well, I see that's not completely true, because I did do streams from the old place, although those were not professional. But I'm sure there's references to the animal somewhere in those streams. But unfortunately, today I went and visited my mom's dog for the last time, as she is being put down tomorrow because she has a horrifying tumor growing on her stomach that she's nursing constantly, and she's clearly weak, and she's clearly not. Let's go ahead and kill old gods. Let's go ahead and kill the old gods for Children of the Elder God for a little bit. Maybe the tone is slightly off. Actually, I'll roll that back afterward. Yeah, the tone might be slightly rough on that one. Oh wait. I think I know what I should play in that case. Yeah, I know what I should play. Let's see. Maybe I forgot the name of it. It's Sunset something. Sunset Bridge? Is it Sunset Bridge? Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it. So, it's been decided she's getting put down tomorrow because, I mean, she's in pain. I did the math. That's 126 in dog years. Although some people say you don't count the first year, so it'd be like 119, 120, 121. Add the extra 2 months. 120 still crazy. And I brought the little boy over there. I don't know. That's just a thing I heard that you're not supposed to. Apparently, you're not supposed to count the first year of a dog's life. He's sleeping over there. Yeah. Ancient, essentially. But yeah, she was a good dog, but she was always mom's dog. But I mean, the first 2.5 years of my little guy's life, that dog was every day for him. So I went ahead and brought him down there for not very long. It's really fucking hot over there. And like it's one of those things where I walked into the building and I had this moment in the lobby as I had him in my backpack where I just kind of looked at the lobby and just thought, this is the lobby where I met my cat for the first time. After this slightly cantankerous lady drove very far after my mom offered to pay extra so that we didn't lose the cat to another guy that apparently was not showing up to get him anyway. And thinking about how, I mean, geez, mom's probably gonna leave that place before too long. It might have even been the last time I walked into it. And like, even though I have extremely few positive memories in that building, that is still where I met my guy and where he latched onto me. And as sad as it was, of course, to see him or see her like just resting and half blind and deaf and certainly too frail to be picked up, small, the Morky, she was nonetheless still happy despite everything. She's, for the record, she's still alive right now. It's tomorrow when that's actually happening. And yeah, I can't fully unpack 18 years with that dog, right? Again, it was always mom's dog, not mine. He's been my cat from the beginning. It was always decided that he'd be my cat. I remember being terrified that he would latch on to mom first, and he didn't. I made sure that I was the first face he saw out of that carrier. Made sure that I was the first one that he got to stay with, and well, he latched. But it's also weird thinking about, like, well, he's 4 now. He's not gonna last 18 years. He's just not. Sphinxes actually have like relatively short lifespans for cats. But hairless was important to me. Due to what at the time I believed to be cat allergies, but also because hair and cables and stuff, and mom was also very anti-cat, so hairless cat was kind of the thing, which is funny because he has hair now. He's grown hair now. But one sec. Don't you dare switch to an ad. There we go. And like, again, he's not gonna last 18 years. I might even be halfway up his full time already and not even realize it. It's usually closer to 8 to 9 to my understanding. It felt like a weird moment to walk into that apartment, not just the apartment, but also the lobby, and just feel like I might have hit a checkpoint with him where it's half over. I don't think I was ready for that anytime soon. Oh. Yeah, Like I'm sad for both of them. One of them's still here. 8 to 14. That's a better expectancy than I read. Jesus. No, it's okay. I mean, geez, I just got a health update on him that he's doing great, and I mean he's on the good shit. He's on the expensive food. Like even at the vet, they're like, oh well, that's gonna keep him healthy for a long time. Yeah, I'm never gonna start cheaping out on that food, so that'd be nice. It'd be nice if there was another 10. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh. I got some, but I'll be alright. I'll be alright. Oh, sometimes you gotta feel it. Yeah. Shock blanket? What? What is what the fuck? You gonna torture the cat? What's going on here? Oh.
Stop! He's already dead.
Oh. I just thought that was a blanket. Yeah. I don't know. But yeah. Don't call people shock. I think sometimes you gotta feel it, you know. Okay, maybe the tissue if it's good to keep that off the glasses, but still. I'm actually gonna let that come a little louder. Just for now. But yeah, obviously I'm more upset about the dog, right? She's the one that's actually gonna be gone tomorrow, and I mean, she still seemed happy as ever, minus the constant nipping at her. It really is terrible. It is really horrifying to look at, but yeah. Also, that place didn't smell great because there's my grandma's cat is there with mom and was unfortunately also getting put down tomorrow because of a urinary problem. But yeah, it's I don't know. It just made me think about something I'm very infrequently prepared to think about, which is mortality. Anyway. Yeah. That's okay. Yeah. It would have been nice to have her over here one last time, but it doesn't seem like that was in the cards. But anyway. How the fuck do I pull this back? How the fuck do I pull this mood back now? He's sleeping. I'm gonna bug him. I know. I'm sorry. You just licked that full on. Hi. I mean, it's kind of funny because I don't know if this got into the last channel update, but he had a scare recently. Looked like he might have had feline leukemia. He doesn't. So yeah, yeah, he's actually perfectly healthy, which is great. But yeah. That being said, he wasn't super happy to have been brought over there. I mean, he was at first, and then at a certain point, I think he was getting tired of. There's probably a few things Mom wouldn't want me to say on camera, so maybe keep certain details out. But there's a reason that he wasn't excited about I think I definitely said feline leukemia when it was on that particular stream, but yeah. It was something that was ultimately not real, which is good. And he's as happy as ever. It's funny, I was wondering where the fuck this big blanket was for a long time, because I liked it and he liked it when I got here, and I could not fucking find it. I grabbed the special backpack container I had from him, because I'm not gonna carry the big one over there. That didn't make any sense. Turns out this thing was in the backpack the whole time, so I just strapped it on. Very helpful. Yeah. Oh, you're gonna go big and strong like your papa. His dad was fucking huge. It was crazy. I'm sure he's probably not around anymore. Yeah, his dad was fucking chunky. I have old videos of it from the lady that we bought him from. And his mom. His mom was also pretty big. But yeah. At any rate. Okay, let's attempt to wrestle the tone of this back from, you know, that. I guess the only way I can really do that is by not playing this song again. Oh, it's gonna play Ned. It didn't! Okay. Yeah, that'll do it. That'll do it. That'll bring us back. Alright, alright, alright. Warriors, torchbearers, come redeem our name. Let's go. Or dream, fuck. I should know this better. I only did an entire project dedicated to fucking building it up. Anyway. Alright. Let's talk about good stuff. I got my first Twitch paycheck this week. Yesterday, actually. That was a surprise. For anybody that's ever popped around and when I've asked about Twitch or like, oh, can I subscribe to you and all that stuff, I'm like, yeah, it was a moment. It was like they're like, hey, yeah, I popped in to the subscription. Yeah, I gave you a subscription. It was awesome. And which, by the way, I tweaked the settings on my alert box. It should be much more consistent now. I hope so, anyway. Or as far as YouTube goes, anyway. But I'm not like 100% sure if it's exactly working as far as YouTube stuff goes. But as far as I can tell, it looks pretty like stable now. But yeah, the main thing to take away is that, like, I guess I was reading the revenue chart wrong. Because every time someone subbed to me, I was like, thank you very much. Holy shit, that's the best. Also, I hope you're aware of how Twitch does this. That they don't actually give me the money right away. Like, I would immediately start apologizing. Because I'm like, I hope you know I don't actually get that for a while. Not as like, oh, you shouldn't have done it, but like, I'm sorry, I feel guilty that Twitch holds all the money hostage until you hit $50, then they pay out, because I guess they just I'm guessing they figure if you, like, don't have what you have, like, you're, they figure that everybody below a certain level, like 50, if they were paying out, like, pennies to everybody on Twitch that, like, got any ad money, they'd probably be bleeding even more money than Twitch already is. And Twitch is already not profitable, so I could at least sort of understand that. That being said, I did see a thing that looked like there's a way to enroll in a new program where you can just claim the money early, regardless of how much is in there. Part of me kind of wants to, like, maybe, I don't know. Maybe I'll do that. It depends on what I have to do, and if that's like if they want me to do extra shit, then no, I'm not doing that. But if there's like no strings, then like shit, maybe that would be nice. That being said, like transferring little amounts every now and then doesn't feel as worth it. It doesn't feel as good to me. That being said, as a Canadian citizen, that 50 is in US dollars, which meant that converted out to $75. Which is funny because I got that yesterday and my first thought was, what? They made a mistake. Because I'm in my head still thinking like, oh, okay, Twitch is fucked up. Twitch probably made a mistake. Maybe they sent it to the wrong person. They're probably going to deduct it from my account when they realize that they weren't supposed to. Because, like, that one's so good, and you should play it again, because it's not as long as the others. They're probably going to take it back out or something like that. I appreciate you letting me know, because I just realized I can't see that ad timer. I thought I was supposed to see it. I'm going to guess that's only if I'm on PC. But yeah, basically, I've also tweaked the ad timing, by the way. I went ahead and added, there might be more ads per hour now, but they're shorter. So, like, I don't know. I'm experimenting with it, just in the efforts to just see how much I can get away with. If it's too aggressive, let me know. They should be shorter ads, but there will be more of them more frequently. Ideally for you, just jump over to YouTube and roll both at the same time, which I appreciate a lot. But what I realized is I'd been looking at Twitch's revenue chart wrong. Every time I would go in and I would look at the number and it would tell me like, oh yeah, you have your total revenue is like $2. And I'd be like, Jesus fucking Christ. After like a year, holy shit. And it would say like, okay, you got 4 this month. Now what I didn't realize is my numbers actually were climbing because more people were subbing. I've only got 4 subscribers. I currently have 3. I currently have 3 active ones, I think. Which I believe is, I should not say that unless I remember. I know one of them is Hex. I didn't realize that until yesterday. I don't know if you're watching right now, Hex. Maybe you bought like a year's worth or something. I don't know, because I haven't seen it renew your thing in a while, but I have noticed McGill's, for example, was someone that yeah, McGill's is one of them. So yeah, the current ones are McGill's and Hex and one more. Yeah, I don't know if Hex is watching this. I don't know if Hex will watch this. Maybe an update stream will have them in, so to speak. I hope Hex, if you do watch this, I hope you're doing well. So yeah, old friend, longtime friend. Haven't gotten to talk to them in a while. I'm sure they're just busy. But yeah, I noticed that it said they're still subscribed. So, but I haven't seen their thing take over in a while. I'm gonna guess they just bought like a year's worth or something like that. But yeah, that was nice to look at that and to have like you have money in your account. And again, I saw it in my email and I'm like, that's a mistake. But it turns out I was reading it wrong, because get this, in Twitch like sub money, I made like $12 2 months ago, which isn't a lot. But then I got $9 last month, which contributed to just enough to tip over the bucket, which means that currently, yeah, they paid out $75 Canadian to me immediately. That was nice. And then I noticed that there's already $7.83, I think, contributing to the next one. Technically, I had technically they deduct like $3 worth off of it for like just the taxation fees or whatever. Fine, whatever. That's fine. I'm still getting, if you're in the US, I guess you're just getting 57. That's kind of rough. But like for me, like they gave me 75 Canadian dollars. Like I was fucking elated. That was a big one. No ads for you. Shush. Ironically. But yeah, so I apparently I have enough subs to where I tip that bucket over. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that I'm going to tip the bucket over every month. If I get more subs, that would start, the more subs you have every month, the faster that bucket tips over, so to speak. I know someone came in and gifted a sub recently. It was the first gift sub ever. It was like, if I'm not mistaken, it was, I actually have this data somewhere. I think I can bring it up if I wanted to. Where is it? Stream summary. Let me see. Yeah. Let's go into my monetization chart and actually get this information for you directly. Let's see. Where is it? Come on. Not analytics. God, there's so many tabs. Hey, okay, here we go. Revenue per payout earnings. Okay. Yeah, it was, let's see, in over the course of the last-ish month, yeah, it was a good $10 in revenue just last month. It was crazy. And then during the last month or so, oh no, wait, the information I'm specifically looking for would be in this thing right here. Yeah. There we go. Yeah. It was a few streams ago. It was, well, McGill resubbed for 5 months, which is really nice. I appreciate that. It was YMA762 came in for a bit and gifted a sub to Allwins McDubs, which is someone who was around for the majority of Bat Month. I appreciate them whenever they pop in. It was cool seeing the people that are jumping in every now and then. I appreciate it a lot. But yeah, like that was the first gift sub I think anybody's ever given on the channel, which was really neat, right? It's to a regular as well, right? Like that was fun. I appreciate it a lot. But like the situation with every time I looked in my Twitch revenue thing, I would see like, yeah, you got like 11 cents out of your ads for that whole day, and I'm like, just shoot me. Like I'm gonna get, like I would make the joke whenever someone subscribed to me. I'd be like, thank you so much, holy shit. I'm so excited to see your money in 2038 when Twitch finally allows me to have any of those cents. And so when I saw that email like, yo, what up? Here's some fucking money, bitch. I'm like, no, don't lie to me. Don't fucking lie to me. But no, I went and checked my bank account. It's there. Like, it's there, and it's wow. It's nice to be able to just like feel like, again, that's the first one I've ever gotten. And if you're asking, how the hell have you been running this? Very carefully. Yeah, mostly hope and dreams. Which, speaking of which, hope is entirely how another thing has occurred this week. Not really. It's a renewable thing that I can only pull from in certain areas, but hey. But we'll get into that thing next. The next thing I want to talk about, other than the fact that, hey, now that I'm actually getting money on Twitch, I've actually gone into some of my Twitch stuff and I've reformatted a few things. Like I said, I've pushed the ads a little harder, but I've tweaked the frequency, so they're technically more frequent, but they're much shorter. I hope that's a better compromise. If it's worse, let me know. I don't know. Like I think I went from 3 minutes of ads an hour to 6. I think that's what it was, something like that. I hope that's not that bad. They will be more frequent. If it's terrible, let me know and I'll flip it back. I'm just trying to like make the best of it. I still put it on the recommended stuff. Like I didn't like crank it anything. Apparently you can put that shit up to like fucking 25. You can put that shit up to like 25 minutes an hour. It was crazy. If you're that fucking nuts, I guess. But yeah, like, and I don't even want to run ads, man. Like I don't want to. I didn't even know what Twitch Turbo is like. I know so little about how the Twitch ecosystem works that I didn't even know what Twitch Turbo was until last night. Twitch Turbo is like, you pay to not get ads, and I just thought like, oh well, that just means so I just don't get anything from that person, which is fine as long as they're still having a good time. I'm okay with that, right? But like, what I realized is like, oh no, it's not just, oh, that person is essentially quote unquote stealing ad money from me. I would never say it like that, but like in practice, like I cannot but wonder. And no, actually, what it is if someone who has Twitch Turbo is just on your stream, they're passively generating cents for you every second, which is like, oh wow, that's awesome. Actually, please, more people that have that, just leave that shit open all day. I'd appreciate that. Wow. That sounds awesome. Huh. Also, for the record, I'll mention, for anybody that is popping in, if you have an Amazon Prime account, you have 1 free Prime sub a month. I know because I pass it over to Wooly and Pat at Castle Super Beast every month, and I have for the last like decade. You can throw in a free Prime sub every month to any streamer of your choice, which could even be me. And that does actually fill my Twitch bucket. It's not like I think it's ever so slightly less than a paid sub, but it's not by much. I have the number open, and here in a second I can actually give it to you right now. Yeah, I have. Let's see. Yeah. A Prime sub is $2.25 American. A paid sub is closer to $2.53, $2,057. I'm actually not exactly sure what constitutes why some of those are different, but yeah, like a Prime sub is only like 25 cents less. And by the way, given how like the US to me conversion also works out, it ends up being even more generous. So like, yeah. Now, as always, I will always say the actual best way to support me is the donation bar, which I'm now realizing I don't fucking see right now. Where is it? Do I need to refresh that? Yes, I do, actually. Right, retry. I think it's loading up. Hold on, turn off some assets real quick. Don't know. Hold on one second. Where is it? Why don't I see it? A great question. Hold on. Docs. Custom browser docs. Yeah. Refresh. There we go. Okay. Anyway, as I was saying, as always, I will always say if you want to support me directly, no fuss, no muss, no one holding anything hostage. I'm glad you asked that, because that was the next thing I was going to get into, actually. I will always say if you want to support the most directly, even though subs do mean that I can eventually take... The thing about Twitch subs that I've realized is that, like, there are people that sub frequently, and I appreciate that, but until I hit that $50 floor, I feel awful because it feels like people are giving me generous money, and then Twitch goes, no! No take! Only look! And I'm like, but they were being nice to me, and I feel like a bad person if I don't utilize it to make the channel better. And it's like, generally the donation bar is best, but if you do sub, it does mean that the people that already subbed means their money gets more utilized more quickly. So you're helping other people also be generous by putting that stuff in there. So I appreciate that a lot. That being said, as always, I will always say the donation bar itself directly is the primary, direct, quick, immediate, no fuss, no muss, right away way to do that. The donation bar is always around, and that is always going to be the preferred thing. But also, anybody that does put in bits or participate in the Twitch ecosystem in that way, I also appreciate that enormously as well. Especially because, like I said, I actually got a paycheck yesterday, which was crazy. To answer the question I just got a minute ago, though,
more than just home internet.
do you have shame, Spotify, cutting a man off like this? Listen here.
Do you feel in charge?
Anyway, to answer the other question of is my YouTube channel monetized, the answer to that question is no. But we hit 250 subs a few days ago. I was always nervous whenever I get to a milestone because, like, sometimes I'll get to it, and then someone will unsub, and then I go back down. So, but now we're actually at 252, so I'm comfortable to be like, okay, it's not gonna drop again. YouTube allows one to monetize their channel, I think at 500 subs. So I'm halfway there, but I had 99 as like a small channel that barely did anything for like a decade, as of like a year and a half. So in 14 months, I picked up 150. That feels pretty good. That feels pretty good. A year and a half for 150 is pretty good, especially being lucky enough to already have an affiliated Twitch account as of 11 years ago before I stopped streaming on Twitch, ironically. gives me a leg up to where I can bolster that in the meantime. As a result, I am actually starting to, now that I've seen that getting paid by Twitch is not an insane pipe dream anymore, I've actually started looking at some Twitch things and paying a little more attention to that ecosystem. So I've like I said, I've rebalanced how ads work on the channel. There are technically like another 3 minutes worth of ads per hour, but they're and they are more frequent, but they're shorter. So if that frequency is bad, let me know and I'll tweak it again. But I juiced it a little bit. I still kept it within the recommended margins. I had it lower than the recommended margins prior, but you know, what if I do? No, that would be nice. No. 500 is the monetization goal. Plus, sorry, there's actually some stats in YouTube Studio I can pull up to actually get more detailed information on this. Let's see, let me go over to YouTube Studio because I can actually get this directly. YouTube Studio, yeah, they have a section on this monetization. Where is it? Because they have these stats you can fulfill. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, so eligibility has a couple of potential milestones for monetization. One of them is either oh, sorry, no. You have to get one of... Sorry, let me just start this from the beginning. The eligibility starts at 500 subscribers for one, and then you have to have 3 video uploads within the last 90 days of said 500. That's not a problem because I'm live almost every day. After that, and one of the following things you must get, 3,000 valid public watch hours within the last year. I'm at 2,838. So I'm really close, but I need more valid public watch hours. I need another basically 168. I don't know when the cutoff is though, Ned. So I need ultimately what I need on YouTube is more consistent watch hours. Or, and this one I kind of thought that back in the day that this would be the more achievable one. I thought it's 3 million. I hope so. That'd be nice. That's kind of the nice thing about these numbers is that once the snowball starts rolling faster, right? Like more existing subs means more people checking in every now and then, and more people checking in every now and then means more consistent watch numbers, which means more people getting it pushed to them, which is nice. Now, admittedly, it does also mean every now and then we'll get an asshole that'll comment, and usually those are interesting because like. There was one in particular recently. Listen, I do understand the sentiment. It was on one of my Quantum Break shorts. Or it was just some guy and be like, God, do you think you could fit any more text on screen? And I'm like, I know. I know. There's a lot of words on the vertical feed, okay? I'm aware. It's one of the things I'm gonna have to redo at some point. But for now, that is the style of my shorts. Otherwise, there's a lot of empty space, man. So it's like, I don't know, man. I try to put a lot of useful information there. It is more than I'd prefer, though. But you know, I'll take a look at it at some point. Ad break coming in 2 minutes. Well, as I'll say, by the way, whenever there's an ad break, I will just recommend jumping to the YouTube feed during the ads if you can. If you want to help me most without losing any footage, you can take advantage of the fact that those 2 feeds are running. Have one in another tab, kind of thing. I think as long as the ads trigger... Here's the thing. Incog has given me some very useful data recently. I was kind of worried that the amount of time someone's staring at the ad matters. No, what's the shorts? Oh, that's super fine. Listen, because here's the thing about the shorts is the... Oh, sorry, I'll finish the Incog thing before I get back to that. What I've realized now, because I know that Incog will jump over to the YouTube feed whenever an ad starts. But I was always for a little bit, I was like, does YouTube or does Twitch only count like ad time when you're actively staring at it? Or is it the minute it triggers? And it's actually the minute it triggers. And I know that because now I have the ad data by minute of how much ad money has been getting generated off Incog almost entirely. Yeah. I'm gonna let Anchor's Morris run again. Actually, that one's great. So now I know that even if you do jump over to the YouTube feed, I still get the ad money if it triggers, even if you don't look at it. So that's nice. That's a fun discovery. So there's that. As far as the short view count, you have to get 3 million public short views over the course of 90 days. There was a time where I thought that was the more reasonable one, for some reason. But after publishing shorts for a year, that meter has no like the way that these meters are measured visibly is like blue into gray. It's 100% gray. It says 4.6K valid public short views in the last 90 days, meaning not even 1%. Not even 1% of that bar is filled. So that's gonna have to be the public valid watch hours on YouTube thing. It's gonna have to tick up. But hopefully by the time I'm at 500 subs, double my active subs right now, I would like to hope that those watch time numbers would naturally raise with it. Double the subscribers feels like that's doable by then, right? Especially if I'm already technically close to it, right? So that's at least nice. So beyond that, yeah, so right now, I got paid by Twitch for the first time. Once again, a $50 ceiling for Twitch's bucket translated to $75 Canadian, which was nice. YouTube feed is ahead of your Twitch. Is it? That's funny. That's a Twitch problem. That's a Twitch problem. That's definitely a Twitch problem if that's the case. Or maybe you need to refresh it. Yeah, because Twitch is receiving less data, so it's like it should arguably be getting things better than that. But yeah, man, it would be nice if one day Twitch could bring back the. I should look if Twitch has brought back the beta for what is it? A special stream. It's a special streaming thing they had when I started that I stopped using. The one that lets your computer process all the versions of the feed. So I could put like a 1440p and 4K version of the YouTube of Twitch on of the feed on Twitch as well. That'd be nice. Yeah, I definitely get a lot more. It's definitely Twitch is farther ahead. Although I will say, until yesterday, I legitimately thought I had made pennies over the course of 14 months on Twitch, so I wasn't paying that much attention to it. And then it's like, here's money, and I'm like, what? And now I'm paying a lot more attention to it. I just genuinely thought it was so far away that I was like, okay, I'm just there because I'm there. But like, I even entertain, like, I don't know, man, I don't know. It's like so minuscule, I don't know if I'm gonna. And then they're like, money. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, shit, man, that's all you had to say. But yeah, it turns out there was a little more coming in than I thought. Like I said, I apparently made a full $12 2 months ago and then $9 in the last month, which is crazy. It was a delay thing. Okay, fair enough. So that was interesting. I'm also looking into doing more things for Twitch subscribers now. I still need to like actually understand what's actually going on over there because a lot of the Twitch ecosystem is still a little benign to me. 30 seconds behind. I wonder if the ad timing has switched the Twitch feeds like aggressiveness. By the way, now would be a great time to let me know, are the Twitch ads too aggressive? Because if I need to tone it down, this would be a good time to let me know. But also, again, the feed situation, now that there's a warning on Twitch, oh yeah, that's another thing. I discovered I can put a warning in chat on Twitch that says, hey, there's an ad coming in a few minutes, which means you can now you have time to cycle over to YouTube if you so choose, while keeping Twitch open so that the ad plays. And that helps out a lot, actually. Like, now that I know it's on trigger. Yeah, now you can preemptively, like, oh, okay, now I can switch over if you want to do that kind of thing, right? Yeah, keep a second tab for it, you know? Yeah, I made the tab go. I made the timer go as long as it could. It had like as low as like 10 or 30 seconds. I was like, no, I'm gonna give people a window so they have time to switch. Yeah. I gave people the largest window I could. So yeah, just be aware, like, as long as the ad triggers, I get something for it. I know that for a fact now, and you can jump over here, and then it still works out great for me. So yeah. So if anybody is watching the feeds actively, you can passively help through Twitch, and you don't have to miss anything by using YouTube. Also, the Twitch feed is more up to date, and the YouTube feed is like, well, it's 4K, so it's better. And if you want to watch the YouTube feed primarily because it's better, that's also totally cool. I make the YouTube feed the Wayne one for the reason. Also, to be fair, at the end of the day, as I keep saying, watch time is the thing that YouTube cares the most about. So like, there's also a trade-off there, because like, if the YouTube watch time isn't high enough, then it's not recommending it to new people, which could make that stagnant. But hey, you know, choices, options, however people want to enjoy this at the end of the day, want to hang out, that makes me happy. And if you'd rather cut out all of this bullshit and be like, man, I don't want to think about this shit, the real donation bar is there if you'd rather cut all the noise out. If you want to just like, hey, I want to support you, but like not, I don't want to think about it. I don't want to have to think about numbers. You could just drop whatever you have. And like, I have no mandates on donations. Oh, I'm not taking it if it's not 20 bucks or no, like you want to drop 5 cents in there. That's cool. That's cool with me. Okay, yeah, sure. Go ahead. Fuck it. Let's play it. Play the big one. Yeah. Play the big song. Do it. Let's do it, you coward. Let's go. Play the whole song. Fuck it. Why not? I might lower it ever so slightly though, because otherwise I'll get too into it. Yeah, just keep it background. Anyway, so yeah, that's crazy news. I appreciate that enormously. Let's talk a little bit about the schedule for this week, because aside from the sadness this week with the passing of an animal, not him, if you just got here, the cat's fine. It's my mom's dog. I wanted to talk about the fact that, so I've mentioned for a while that my TV's been a little bit on the outs. Like it fights me every day to try and turn it on. There is a program that I'm a part of that does help with certain pieces of equipment. And so I was originally planning to get a new phone this year with that, because I need one, because this one is old and shitty and it barely works. I can barely text on it, and people do kind of need me to have that. So that was originally one of the plans for the tech this year. Of course, I also have plans for the channel stuff with it. But then the TV started breaking down, so I had to completely let go of that and just accept, okay, no, I need a new TV. So, but I have to wait until a certain part of the year before the money reloads. And then, and it's not a lot. It's not a lot at all. Like, it's a very small amount. Like, I had to basically give up my allotment for the year to get a new TV. That, for the record, the one I've been rocking for years is the Samsung QN90B, and I am upgrading to the QN90F. I was originally just going to go with the QN90D, which is the previous year's model, but it looks like they phased it out pretty much entirely, because it was a little cheaper. But apparently my only real option was to get the newer one. That is now greenlit. I don't have a lot of money. Like just as an example, like part of this allowance thingy is like partly for my bills too. Like it's a program in Canada that's very, very helpful with that sort of thing because of my disability and stuff like that. But now it is enough for the rest of the year's bills only. No extras. So no new channel equipment coming in. Like, that's where I got the mic arm. It's where I got the microphone. It's where I got the camera. It's where I got the capture card. It's where I got the Stream Deck. That's where all my equipment came from. And year 2 equipment was gonna be a phone for me, because that does matter for other parts of the job. And then some more equipment. I was gonna get, the light. I was gonna get another light rig. I was gonna get more options for that. So like year 2 had channel equipment allowance ideas, and the TV shot all of those in the head right away 6 months ago. So like literally all of them. So that's all year 3 stuff now. That sucks, but hey, the TV is gonna kick ass, but it is arriving tomorrow. And the reason this matters to the schedule this week is because, as you can see, it is in the blurb below a little bit. There's a lot of it, of the schedule blurb, to be fair, this week, because I had to write so much of it. But tomorrow's stream will potentially be late. It's coming between 11:50 and 2:50. And then there's the process of getting it calibrated and set up, moving the existing TV into the back room for a while. Again, I want to make sure it's properly calibrated so that I'm not ending up in that situation where like I'm going to, like, sometimes I would go to Rivals and be like, the colors are all wrong on my TV versus the capture card. Oh no, I have to make sure that they match. And then I would sit there and I would fix it. and I can't do that. I'm not doing that again. So I've got a lot of data on how to properly calibrate this thing correctly. Make sure that the things like HDIG that I understand and all that good stuff, maybe copy down as much of my settings as I can get for this thing. There's a lot of extra features in this TV I might not even know about. But like, hey, as long as it does the thing that this is the thing. This is not a size upgrade. It is the newest model of my existing TV, but it's not like I wasn't like, I'm not gonna break the bank over this. It is an expensive TV, but that's because the old TV was the expensive TV, and I can't downgrade now that the TV has features that are actually important to my recording process. So I had to make sure it was like an upgrade, but I couldn't I've never actually gotten a new TV that wasn't a size bigger than my last one. It just always kind of worked out that way. Of course, now I'm at 65 and I am pretty much knew immediately, yeah, no, I can't size up again. Like, it's not gonna work out, right? Like although I've measured this TV a few times and it's not quite 65. So I kind of wonder if I got ripped off back in the day, and maybe I'm gonna get a 65-inch TV in a minute. And then I don't know. When I've taken the measuring tape out on this TV, I've been like, this is closer to 55. I don't know. Did I get ripped off? But I don't know. Anyway, whatever. Point is, the 65 is coming in tomorrow, and it's ideally the same size as the one that I currently have. So basically, I knew I wasn't going to get any bigger, right? Yeah, especially because the TV stand is only built for a certain size. So the TV is blowing my extra for the year. It's not my preference. To be honest, when I bought this fucking TV, this TV in front of me right now, it's last day on Earth, by the way. I bought this bitch to last like a decade, as all my previous TVs had. That's why I went for a kick-ass one. I needed it to last 3 years. 3 fucking years. Ugh. So yeah, that's a bummer. Don't care for that. And this new one better last longer. I'll tell you that much. But yeah, I'd like to hope that they learned lessons about how to make these things last a little longer over the last few years. I hope anyway, but hey, anyway. So yeah, TV coming in tomorrow, which means Thursday. That also listens to this now. Ain't that the truth? But yeah, basically right now the point of this is to say Thursdays and Friday streams are gonna be off. Not off like I'm not doing them. Like the timing won't be normal. I'll probably be late to tomorrow's. I also might just not get live with tomorrow's at all. Ideally I would like to do Control next time, but realistically, especially if I'm getting on late, it seems more likely it'll be like a rival stream. Maybe I'll even do Requiem. I mean, we're at the second half of the Insanity playthrough of RE9 now, so you know what that means. It would be pretty nice to christen the TV with Leon Kennedy. That would be a nice maiden voyage, wouldn't it? Wouldn't that be? That's a nice way to christen it, you know? Make it official. But yeah, I think that hopefully it doesn't take me too long. Also tomorrow might be a depressing day because the dog is also getting put down. Though if I have to be, I'm unfortunately kind of bound to the apartment because people have to be helping. I need to be courteous of other people's schedules around here who are going to be helping with the TV. So I'm not able to like go with mom as much as I would have preferred to. I even mentioned that on the phone, and she's like, I totally forgot about the TV this week. And I was like, yeah, I know, like, that's not the greatest day, but, like, I mean, it is what it is, right? So, like, I would prefer to go with her. I'll maybe call her from when she's at the office or something like that. It seems like the best way to kind of talk her through it kind of thing. But I need to be courteous of everybody's schedules around here, too. They're already going to be here helping, so. So beyond that, yeah, so the current, I guess the big notes we've hit are sadness, money, YouTube subs are officially halfway. I'm technically officially halfway to monetization. I technically haven't hit that watch time count hour count thingy, but I have more regulars consistently now for YouTube. And also, I have to get double the amount of current YouTube subscribers currently anyway. So, like, but if I'm not hitting that watch time count by then, I have bigger problems to solve. But yeah, so with that, let's go ahead and quickly get into projects and stuff like that. Again, this is going to be a relatively short. My update streams are always relatively short, to be fair. We're just getting into the main stuff. I don't want someone who looks at an update stream to look at that and go, "Oh, it's 4 hours. I don't fucking need to hear that you drone on about nothing for 4 hours." So, anyway, yeah. So let's talk about projects that are on the way, and the timings of which they are incoming. So, Control currently, we technically finished, but we have 2 more streams of it thanks to the Foundation and AWE DLCs. That's the sort of origins of the building DLC and the Alan Wake crossover episode. After that is Alan Wake 2. However, Alan Wake 2, listen, Control Resonant doesn't even have a release date yet. They're still saying this year. And after some of those gameplay behind the scenes things we watched at the end, we watched 4 things for Control Resonant at the end of the base game's playthrough, including 2 dev diaries I had not watched before, which, wow, that game looks like it rips, like so it's like an auto blow in video game form for my sensibilities. It's crazy. That's the joke you went with? Okay, anyway. Jesus Christ, don't look that up, kids. Anyway, there are no kids here. There are no kids here. There shouldn't be. But yeah, that game looks radical. But since it doesn't have a release date, and also I'm kind of banking on August based on past Remedy titles, I'm expecting that's probably the window, which means I don't need to play Alan Wake 2 right away. In fact, I think I'd prefer to put a little pause on Poison Pill, even though Alan Wake 2 is like a decently big game, but like, you know, it's like a 20-ish hours. Like I can do that, you know, not that worried. It's still like 4 sessions, you know. Look who's bulldozing into the room, right? Just making sure we don't forget about him. Heard me talking about his ass.
I'm a writer, god damn it.
I forgot about this extra bit on this. I haven't heard the full version in a while. But anyway, so yeah, Alan Wake 2, not gonna immediately follow Control. Gonna put some time between that. I did. Well, I could summon him again by playing the first song again. And in fact, I might do that. Oh, no, wait, sorry. Isn't the song after this one Take Control? I can't not play Take Control. I mean, given the occasion, that would be bad if I did that. Is it not? I feel like the next one on the Rebirth album is... Yes, it's Take Control. Okay, good. So yeah, Alan Wake 2, of course, will happen again. Even, listen, I have 4 playthroughs of Alan Wake 2 on this channel. Or do I have 3? I think I have 4. I'd have to double check. But those are all before the professional parts of this job came into being. So like, you know, it is what it is. But this will be, in a sense, my first real proper one. Also, it's on the Pro, so I get to capture all the new fancy stuff. So that, which by the way, playing Control with the ray tracing has been ridiculous. Yeah, I can admit that is definitely part of that game's aesthetic in a way that is like so lost without it. Every surface is reflectable. That's part of that game's intended aesthetic. And it's not even, it's very clearly not just fancy, oh, extra shit. It's like, no, the art team clearly intended it to look like this. And you could tell. There's no way a 13-minute song isn't going to get me an ad. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, so we will be getting back to Alan Wake 2 pretty decently soon. Don't worry about it, but there will be some other stuff on the channel. As for RE9, RE9 is still continuing with the Insanity run. I did so much more Resident Evil content from that game than I expected to. I mean, every time I've done like a Resident Evil thing on the channel, usually the Spotify application is not responding. I missed the part where that's my problem. Then start. Or
Then dive. What do we do? Argue with you? I'm not on the debate team. This isn't mock trial.
but it just kind of ended up making sense to do like multiple runs on the channel. It made it feel like I didn't have to stop and then come back to it, which like Resident Evil makes a lot of sense for that. But doing that 3 times in a row has been great. I do still slightly lament the way that, are you start playing the song or not? Do we gotta have a talk? There we go. Jesus. Anyway, so I do have like slight issues with the way that game's half New Game Plus works, but I do think it works perfectly for the Insanity difficulty, which has so far been excellent. That being said, I'm excited to get to the part of the game where I don't have to deal with the ink ribbons. Because, man, that second half of the game, both halves of that game are fucking awesome, honestly. It's like having two full games baked into one, and they're both awesome. Also, it's cool seeing Capcom be like, what if Resident Evil 6 was awesome, actually? And that's like the entire back half of 9 is just that. And I think it also, even like Six's bad attempts at like genre blending and like tone blending, like are on full display in 9. It's almost like it's like a refutation of the notion that 6 couldn't have been good. And I'm like, fuck it, I want the Resident Evil 6 remake really badly now. I feel like they could make it really awesome, actually. I feel like I could see the vision. I can see the vision. But anyway, that will continue on the channel whenever the timing makes sense. I feel like I'm just sort of popping into it every now and then. We also have Life is Strange Reunion at some point. We did Life is Strange Double Exposure fairly recently. My copy's been sitting here for a bit. I don't know when. I'm gonna be honest. I've seen mixed reviews, but Double Exposure also had mixed reviews, and I ended up really liking it. Maybe not loving it, but I really liked it. I wouldn't say I like it more than the original, but I liked it a lot. And I've seen, to be honest, what I have seen about Reunion is a lot of people saying, yeah, but it's a lot better than Double Exposure. I'm like, oh, but I liked that one. So if you're saying this one is better and I liked that one, then I'm probably gonna be great, actually. I'm probably gonna have a great time then. That's just Devon math for you. So I have not figured out timing yet on that, but admittedly, the structure of those games is pop an episode in, do it, and then get out. So like, you know, it's very easy to slot in whenever. But I'll be honest, the main thing that's kept me back so far is just this little pulse in the back of my throat that's telling me, but you should probably play Before the Storm first for the first time. I'm like, damn it, I should. And then another part of me goes, you should also finish Life is Strange 2. I'm like, damn it! Maybe I probably should, and then I feel like I'm gonna keep pushing it back because of that. I don't know. On the same note, Somnium Files. I forgot the name of this one. No, sorry, No Sleep for Konami Date. From the Somnium Files. That's a weird way to format that title. The sequel. The case felt fairly light for a second. I'm like, there's a disc in there, right? There is. The not sequel, actually. Well, kind of. It's an interquel between 1 and 2. As has probably been made clear by if you've ever looked in the back of some of my wide shots, which I'll give you one right now, specifically up here. You can see that. Oh no! Wait, let me move that a little more. Actually, bring you over here, and then can we hit that focus button, please? Yeah, you can see the bottom of that shelf is actually my collectors for Somnium Files Original. One of my all-time favorites. It's very rare that I'll pick something up years after release on a whim and be like, I've heard this is pretty all right, actually. Give it a shot. And then I go, I need to snort everything this man ever made. And I went and hunted down a collector's edition of the original immediately. And then the next year, they dropped 2. And 2 has one of my still to this day, I think one of the most impressive writing tricks I've ever seen attempted in any in any medium, in terms of like setting up a twist in wildly plain sight in a way that I feel is so well hidden, outside of a couple moments where you look and you just go, wait, that doesn't quite, wait, what, sorry, what was that? And then you're past it too quickly, and then you're back onto the mystery, and you're like, okay, well, you're like, but every now and then you're like, there's like a slight detail that seems off, and you can't figure out why, and it doesn't, something's not clicking, and then you get to the thing, and then it reframes every single scene that you have experienced up to then, to the point where I immediately went and replayed all of the older scenes just to make sure they actually made sense now. And they did. And it was like, oh my god, the level of hubris to attempt a twist like that. To attempt a flowchart of insanity like that. And to make it land, it was still one of the craziest moments I've ever had in any piece of media for the sequel. Now, admittedly, I have heard this one is not written by the core series writer. It's written by some of his staff, and so it's not quite as much of a banger. It's kind of like a fun side story kind of thing. I do want to check it out. I will admit, though, the main thing that's keeping me away from touching it on the channel right now is just that I haven't played the original game on the channel. So and the nice thing is I don't have to play the sequel on the channel yet. I probably will one day when they announce another one. Clearly they're making more of them. But like the nice thing about Somnium is that like I would like to play, the point is I would like to play the original on the channel first, and because this is a sequel to the original, but it's set quite a ways before 2, because there's a bit of a time jump for 2. And I adore that series. Jesus, when I went back and played Zero Escape after that, I adore those as well. Like, Zero Escape is so fucking good. 999 is an all-timer. That game fucking rules. That being said, I'm glad I played the version that had the voice acting, because it's all really great, and I do wonder what different my experience with that game would have been without the voice acting, especially because it would have been on the DS. But hey, yeah, no, those games rip. That dude's insane. Uchikoshi's a madman. I love him. So that's on my list for some point. Timing unclear. The Alters, which is sitting in the exact same pile of 3 games, for at some point. I'll be honest, the main thing that's keeping me off that one for now, I've had that on the shelf for like 8 months at this point. The main thing that's kept that one, go back to the goddamn screen that I was on TV. What the hell? The main thing that's kept me off of it is that there's like a DLC that's supposed to be coming that like is going to add stuff into the base game. So I'm just kind of like, okay, so maybe I should just wait, because they said it's early this year, but now it's April. So I'm like, okay, so I'm guessing it's coming soon, but they keep dropping updates for it. So I guess it's one of those things where like I should probably check it out. I saw people saying that like, you know, if in a year where Expedition 33 didn't come out, or Death Stranding 2 didn't come out, this probably would have been their game of the year, right? And it's like, okay. One of the first things I read about it was, yeah, if you like Midnight Suns, you should probably check it out. And I'm like, well, that's all you needed to fucking say. Holy shit. What are you talking about? What? That's insane. Okay, I'm gonna play the Sea of Night, which is a song from that. It's the last track on the album. It doesn't play in any of the games, so it might be the least safe one to play. But at least if YouTube wants me to mute it, I can just do that. Also, if the Twitch VOD is muted afterwards, then just go over to YouTube. It'll be fine. I will only play it once, though. But yeah, so that would be an example of something that I definitely want to get to. There was an AI controversy for a minute. From what I researched into it, because obviously I'm extremely against that shit. From what I read into it, it looked like someone on the localization staff, so not the core team that actually made the game, the localizations team that they handed it off to, appeared to use some AI stuff for some like they basically stuck a ChatGPT thing in a tiny wall scroll in a corner of like computer like sciencey text that you're not even supposed to look at. And by the way, I'm not even saying, oh, the area, that the smallness of it doesn't matter to me. Doesn't matter to me. It does matter to me. I still think that's terrible. But if it wasn't the actual core team and it was not the creative intent, the whole game's about how you can't copy something and how like things that are real have more value than things that are fake, right? Like that's literally the game's core thesis. So I'm willing to give that game the benefit of the doubt that the main team is like against that idea, you know? So that's just what I understand from what I saw. That being said, I am seeing a lot more studios put out a boilerplate response like Crimson Desert recently, a game that looks like the craziest AI slap I've ever seen. I've seen enough of that way that game's plot is threaded together to know for a fact they were caught with some like AI textures in the game, and they're like, oh, listen, we did this in placeholders in early dev, and you know, firstly, Expedition 33 and the Alters would have started dev during the time when the Alters was coming out. We're definitely at the point where like now games have come out and we know that this shit's bad. Those games at least have the benefit of the doubt of being made during a point in time where like AI was new and we didn't quite know how bad it was, right? It makes sense. Certain creatives would have tried it. Like the Expedition 33 guys had the experience of they were like, we tried it because it was new and we didn't know and we hated it. So we didn't use it. But a texture got left in. Or like, and you know what? I believe that from them. I do believe that from them, given how much of that game's entire thesis and everything is about art, right? Like I'm willing to, it's literally baked into the text. I'm willing to give them the benefit of the doubt. Whereas like Crimson Desert being like, yo, don't worry. Yeah, no, it's just a few placeholder textures. I'm like, placeholder textures? Bitch, everything I've seen from your plot looks like it was written by AI. Every single voiced line I've heard and the way that your script flows together from every bit of footage I've seen sounds like ChatGPT nonsense. What are you talking about? We left a few placeholder textures in. That's not where we were looking for the AI shit in. I look at that and I can tell that that's AI. It's really horrible. No one will write something like that. It's crazy. But anyway, after that, Dragon Quest HD 2D trilogy is still on the horizon. I don't know when, I'll be honest. It is definitely knocked back, but I'd have all 3 games. Lots of stuff on the list. Pragmata is coming out tomorrow or the day. No, Friday. It's coming out Friday. We're not getting to it right away. I'll be real, just because of some other stuff. There is stuff that I'm looking at. But the main thing is I want to know how long that game is first. It seems like it's a cool action shooter, like a 2008 era action shooter, which is awesome. Also, a cool inversion to our recent influx of sad dad games to have a happy dad game. That sounds awesome, actually. That shot serotonin into my brain just reading it. And I mean, I kind of got that vibe from the demo, but like, you never know if that's just demo stuff, right? Like it's cool to read. Like, no, this is like literally the antithesis of like something like The Last of Us or even God of War, which new God of War, I do think it's awesome. As someone that strongly dislikes the old God of War games. But like, I just hate him, okay? I hated him so much. I hated Kratos so much. I wanted to punch him in the head, but I wouldn't do that because he would murder me. He's just such an asshole. It's not even just the murder and the callousness, it's the stupidness. And also, why did you need to shove that lady into the gear in 3? It doesn't make sense. It's stupid. That being said, wow, was it a feat of writing insanity for those 2 new games to completely win me back over to him. Like, holy shit, those games are masterpieces. It killed me. Yeah, I think the devil's greatest trick, as it turned out, was making me tolerate Kratos enough to have fun with him in God of War 2018, and then in Ragnarok actually making me like, I finished 2018 like I can tolerate him. I'm very excited for him to die in the next one. It'll be awesome. To getting through Ragnarok and being like, wow, I don't want him to die anymore. What the hell? How did you make me like him? And it's like, man, those games are those. those two new ones are excellent. And it sounds kind of like they're about to reveal a new one where you play as his wife, who, by the way, is played by fucking Karen Page from Daredevil. She played her in Ragnarok and a couple of flashback sequences. And like, wow, yeah, I will take Goddess of War, where you play as her. Actually, that sounds fucking radical. Apparently that's going to be revealed really soon from the sound of things. Apparently there might be a state of play like very, very soon. There might even be, they can even announce one soon. I don't know. I read that there's going to be one tomorrow, but now I'm seeing that might not be a thing. So I don't know. I don't know exactly what's going on with that right now. Obviously, I don't have any insider information. That's just what I was seeing, like some of the insiders saying. Oh fuck! Also, shit! Metro 4 was announced the other day, and they're showing it soon. Holy shit! The Metro games kick ass. So here's the thing about the Metro games. I played Metro 1 and 2, so Metro 2033 and Redux, the Redux version, and then Metro Last Light many years ago, and I liked them enough. I was like, these are cool games. And then when Exodus is coming out, I kind of was like, maybe I'll give that a shot. And then I didn't get around to it until much later. And I made the choice to do what people said, which is play those games on the highest difficulty where you die in like one shot. Because that is those games. I'm like, okay. And I gave it a shot. Totally changed my opinion on those games. Turn those games from fucking like, yeah, these are pretty cool, to, oh no, these games fucking rule. And that was even the case in 3, where they have like pretty wide checkpoints between, like, you know, like you get tapped and you're down, right? That shit kicked ass. There were only a couple moments in that whole game for Exodus where like I had to trek back across a long patch to get it back. But that feeling of survival and like really having to like being genuinely tense at every moment, like there are a few open world games that have managed to make me feel that accomplished by the end. It's excellent. So I will absolutely take another Metro game. I'm excited they finally got it out. But yeah, let's see what else. Yeah, so Pragmata, I would like to know how long it is first, and then we will probably get into it before too long. Saros is also coming out at the end of the month, and that is the current donation goal for the record, if you want to help out. Saros is, of course, the pseudo-sequel to Returnal, that looks all kinds of kick-ass. That will be a day one playthrough. No doubt. Returnal fucking owns. I love that game. Even on that second playthrough where I realized that the Act 3 wasn't quite as worth doing as maybe I thought it would be. But that's the kind of thing I think they'll address next time. So yeah, Saros looks excellent. I'm excited to dig into it at the end of the month. That will be a immediate playthrough. Additionally, Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight comes out next month. Which, funny, hey, by the way, they just announced that Absolute Batman is getting a costume in that game. And that's awesome. So Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight is coming out next month, which once again is a universal retelling of, it's basically a retelling of Batman's entire story from beginning to end in the format of an original Lego story, where they're taking imagery from every Batman story and comic and as much TV stuff as they can. Like they're pulling from everything. I'm kind of betting that means, like, are they gonna end on The Dark Knight Returns? Is the last boss of this game Superman? Cause holy shit, that would be awesome. But I mean, that's the logical place to end Batman's old career if you're gonna go all the way to there, right? But like I've seen like so many, so like there's shots from the Pattinson movies. There's stuff like they have a Bane that looks very much like that Bane. It's played by Matt fucking Berry, which is crazy casting. They have like clearly you're gonna do the Batman Begins stuff. There's elements of the Dark Knight, but there's also elements of all the Jokers. Like there's clearly a portion of the Joker's years in this version where he's gonna be kind of Heath Ledger-y, like where it's been years and he's gonna progress to that. And they've also shown a bit where he's from the Michael Keaton movie where he's doing that parade dance sequence from the Joker does in that movie, where that's also in the game. So like you're getting all the flavors. There's a bit in the game where they're parodying They're taking the opening of Arkham Asylum, where you're like the game where you're escorting the Joker into the asylum, and I'm guessing they're gonna kind of do their own Arkham Asylum. Also, the other thing about it is that it plays like the Arkham games. They were just like, no, fuck it. There's a reason that when people say the Batman games, they're talking about the Arkham games, because everyone knows those are the Batman games, because the Batman games play like that. And everybody knows that the Batman games play like that. So let's just make our Lego Batman game play like the Batman games. And that's awesome. Yeah, you're not gonna bullshit something better than that. Literally just copy it. Literally just copy how those games play in Lego form. I will take that. That sounds awesome. This game looks really cool. And it's clear they've shown off very little of it. I'm totally cool with them having a very small amount of playable characters. In vast contrast to most Lego games having like 300 that you'll never touch. And shrinking it down to like, I think it's like 7 or 8. But having them have like costumes that switch things up, right? I think that's great. I think that game looks excellent. Additionally, let's see. I feel like I'm forgetting something. What would it be? Right, the big one, arguably, because this one is going to be starting pretty soon. Especially because apparently they're patching it this week. Because Todd was evil and used Keith David against me, which, by the way, Todd, that's fucked up. That was fucked up to use Keith David against me. You can go watch the short on that on the channel if you'd like to. Yeah, we're gonna play Starfield. We're gonna play Starfield. I know. Everybody wants to beat up Starfield. I get it. But I've seen enough people over the years be like, "Hey, this is my this one is my favorite Bethesda game, even if it's no one else's." Like, and from people that I'm like, okay, all right. Especially because it seems like they fixed a lot of stuff for this update. Here's the bottom line. I have to know. I saw a great tweet this morning. Not a tweet. We're not calling them that anymore. I saw a great post on Blue Sky this morning. I hope I reposted it. Let me see if I can find it. It was... Where was it? Yes! This is from someone named Ash, C-A-N, Ash Can. No, stop that. Go back to Dark Ocean Summoning. Do that. Come on, do that again. Come on. Get in there. Come on. Hurry up. Spotify! Don't make me come over there. Oh my God. Close it. I was in the middle of a point. Spotify applications aren't responding. I missed the part where that's my problem. Task manager, would you kindly break Spotify's knees? Oh, I said that, it immediately started working. Yeah, that's what I thought. Motherfucker. Anyway. The post was, anyway. Yeah, the post in question was, more than you should play bad games because a malign game might be good, I would prefer if the positive contrarian dogma was, you should play games that genuinely interest you regardless of what other people think, because holy shit, the former leads to a lot more of turning your misery into content, and I agree. I agree with that statement wholeheartedly. I do not want to jump into this game assuming it will make me sad. The nice thing about Bethesda games, at the very least, is that, much like with Oblivion last year, if I don't vibe with it, I can just stop. Although, with Starfield, I will say, because it's a space game and I'm a sci-fi dork, and I have a hunger for exploration and optimism of the great unknown. God damn it, I do. That seems to be that game's thing, and it looks like they fixed a lot of that game's biggest issues. Like, you know, it's pretty crazy that at year 3 of this space game they've added space flight. That's pretty crazy. Nerd. I also need that on the soundboard. That's another one I was thinking I should get on the soundboard, actually. Yeah, You want to know a soundboard clip I was thinking about, and I've actually decided, well, no, I haven't decided yet. I was thinking maybe I shouldn't do. I was reminded of like the dial-up sound recently, like a fax machine like breaking kind of sound. And I was like, that's really funny for if like someone on screen is like having a breakdown or something, or like they're just stuck, which is decently often. Or me even. But then I realized, yeah, that is funny, but I can't think of many sounds that would be more harsher that could suddenly make a viewer go, oh, Jesus, make it stop, than that, right? Like that, I feel like that could shock some people into like, okay, no, not funny anymore, you know? Like, so like, yeah, anyway. So yeah, like I was thinking I might use that, and then I was like, nah, I actually don't think I can use that. So yeah, anyway. But yeah, I was thinking like sound, like, cause that's a thing that's been in my head for a long time. And I was reminded of it recently. Like, I think early on, I was thinking, like, yeah, the fax machine noise is very funny, right? It's very much in the same vein as, like, let me think. What else on here is, like, in that vein? I had something like that. It's been there for a while. It's kind of, honestly, it's kind of universal in the way that, like, this is. Right? Like, that... I will fully admit I overused the shit out of that one, but like, you know, fair enough. But like, yeah, I have to admit that that's something that I got reminded about recently. So like I was like, should I? And then I was thinking like, yeah, no. So there's a behind the scenes one, because like, yeah, I feel like it would probably be before it goes to the super high screech routine. It would, I feel like if anything, what I'd have to do with it is I'd have to have it relatively low. Like I'd have to have the actual sound file be relatively quiet. Would be the only way I could make that work. But yeah, anyway. But yeah, so Starfield, I got the Ultimate Edition, because again, why not? I had extra money anyway, as you saw. And well, not extra. Well, okay, admittedly, I did forget about some money that was coming in at one point, and I was like, okay, sure, why not? It makes sense. But the other thing, nice thing about a Bethesda game is that it's like a seriously infinite well of content at a certain point, right? Record scratchy sounding. If you played that thing. Yeah, like there might be ways to make it work like that. So yeah, I feel like there are options. To be fair, I actually have a number of soundboard ideas in my main screen for a second. Actually, if I jump over to this, can I see? No, I would have to literally jump into my main screen to see my my notes for the main feed. Actually, tell you what, I'll jump to my live scene real quick, which is literally just the console. Do not play the trailer right now, because then I can actually see my full notes to see what soundcore clips I have in here. Let's see. My current list of things in here is Tim Curry with the space one. Oh, that's a good one. Oh, the Detroit Smash in the United States of Smash. That is a good one. Show Me Your True Form is of course there. Harriet! This is one that I've been thinking about lately. Getting a nice rip of Kevin Conroy going talk as Batman would be pretty good too. Why did I need to say as Batman? You know exactly what I'm talking about. And then popped into my head the other day. Get away from her, you bitch! Oh yeah, that was a terrible riff. My throat's a little sore, so I'm not even trying. Anyway, studio mode off. Go back to chatting now. Please, back to here. It divides up my notes between scenes ever since this update. I'm not the biggest fan of it doing that, but hey. But also, Show Me Your True Form is probably a good one to have. It's kind of weird, if I'm honest, how few... I don't have any SMT clips on here at all. It would be really... It's gonna be weird that the first Persona clip on this fucking soundboard is that. Like, there's just not as many things in there that's like memeable, I guess, right? It's also good, if that makes sense, right? Like, Yakuza has stuff to meme, Kingdom Hearts has stuff to meme, Final Fantasy has stuff to meme, but like, Persona's fairly just like I could do it, like, you know, there's in-jokes and there's bits, but like, I can't plug the Akechi Pancakes bit in. That requires too much pre-baked understanding, right? Like, that doesn't work. Also, how often would I realistically be able to hold that joke? Honestly, like there's not a lot that's like, like universal. So yeah, it's tricky. It has to be usable. Whereas like I have actually two or three soundboard clips that I've had on here since the beginning. I barely use. I have a Metal Gear clip that I just don't use that I thought I would use more, but I'll be honest, every time I tried to use it, I ended up like kind of really crowbarring it in, and that's the Nanomachines clip from Metal Gear Rising. But yeah, yeah. So Starfield is something that I want to look at. The nice thing about Starfield, again, it's a basically infinite well of stuff to look at. But if I did get bored of it, what I will say, I will just rush to the end of the main story, because then I can actually jump back to it whenever, as opposed to that feeling that I have with Oblivion where it's like, oh, well, I didn't finish it. But the weird thing about a Bethesda game is finishing it does mean getting your fill of everything around the main story and then just rushing to the end of the main story when you're done, right? It's a weird one, right? It's a strange... Discover those is too good. I was thinking like for a bit I was almost like, can I grab Algami's Young Man from fucking SMT5 from Shin Megami Tensei 5? Can I do that? Not really, not as much. Wait, how do I not have Akihiko saying I've been waiting for this? Ah, fuck. Damn it. Wait, that's gotta go on my notes immediately. I feel insane. That one actually makes me feel bad. How did that not hit my brain faster? Aki waiting for this. That feels so obvious in hindsight. That's bad. Jesus Christ. That's so bad, I'm embarrassed it happened live. Wow. God, every single member of the Reload cast is so good. They're all so excellent. It's just not a lot that's clippable for a soundboard. But then again, maybe I can go look like soundboard ideas from that stuff. I don't know. We'll see. I'll peek at that at some point. I have a lot of new ideas to begin with already. Jeez, like, I've added like, I mean, geez, since the last one of these updates, I definitely added the Marvel folder, which is like almost. It's funny, the Batmonth folder I started earlier, but like I have way more clips in the Marvel folder, which I guess isn't that surprising. But like it's funny how many empty slots I have in the Batmonth folder. Which, by the way, gonna be awesome to have a new Batman game to actually use those clips on. That being said, I mean, Batmonth could come back whenever. Those games are just like that. I can jump into those whatever. But yeah, so Starfield actually will be starting imminently. This is not something that's gonna get backburnered. I'm feeling the call of space, and I do want to see what's up with it. I am admittedly waiting for the hotfix that they're dropping this week regarding the heavy crashing, because the idea of playing this PS5 Pro enhanced game that's like, yeah, just turn off PSSR so it doesn't crash every 10 minutes. Like, no, I don't think I will, actually. I'll wait for you guys to fucking fix that, actually. Thanks. But it's funny, because like I've pretty consistently seen people saying, man, this game crashes all the time. I need it to get fixed, because I'm really liking what I'm playing and I'm surprised by it. And I was kind of thinking about this, and I might be about to say something incendiary. I might be about to say something fucking incendiary, but let's go in for a penny and for a pound. And this is tricky because I haven't played Starfield yet, but from my understanding, it is a more like it's less actiony, and it's more about the vibes and more about the quests than even some of the other Bethesda stuff is. Like even more than Fallout, right? Which has like VATS and stuff like that. It's more like it's got like big body explosions and all that stuff, right? And obviously I adore Fallout. Fallout's one of my all-time favorites as well. But like I from what the impressions I've gotten, like yes, there is combat in Starfield, and it seems like it's a big focus, but it just reads to me like there's more in the cooker than that. And like, what if Xbox fans just need Call of Duty levels of stimuli, and so you put anything else in front of them that's like even 10% slower and their brains just shut off? Now I'm being mean. I'm not being genuine right now, he says, hoping you believe him. This is too mean. But yeah, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'm just saying. A lot of the Xbox franchises are a little more fast-paced. You know, whenever they actually release. I don't know. They have also fixed a lot of things about that game. Bare minimum, Xbox fans it's nice that they beta tested this game. Deletes authentic. No. I'm. The fact that I said that out loud means I am authentic. Oh, no fucking splitting hairs here, I guess. But yeah, I want to give that game a shot. I want to meet a cool robot that can pale in comparison to HK-47 yet again. And hey, if I hate it, maybe I just go play the Outer Worlds 2, which I didn't play last year because of all the stuff going on with Microsoft at the time, which to my understanding, I believe is over. At least it had better be, considering I bought the game. I'm under the impression that it is. I remember seeing something that it's over. I hope that's actually the case. Because admittedly, I'm in too deep now. But hey. Also, the Outer Worlds 2 bombed. So we're not getting another of those, I guess, which sucks. But hey, anyway. No. Listen, people that own an Xbox are beautiful in their corner, far away from me. Where I wonder why they're still over there when every part of that company wants to hurt them constantly. See, a lot of Xbox fans might, you know, like bristle at some of the things I just said, but not that one. They know I'm right about that. But anyway, even just using the Xbox for Quantum Break was fucking weird. It felt like stepping into a parallel dimension. Like, it felt so weird. And anyway, they're adding malware to the Xbox later this year with Copilot, so have fun with that. As all of your games just run worse passively while it's installed. I'm sure that'll go great. But anyway, yeah, we're gonna give Starfield a shot. And I mean, exploring the cosmos and picking up companions and doing weird stuff. We will see if it's for me. Maybe Bethesda made a new game just for me. That's possible. Sometimes they do that. Sometimes studios make games just for me. And I don't know why they do that. They probably shouldn't do that. It's not financially advisable, but sometimes they do it. Right? And I appreciate it every time. But sometimes it happens. And I'm gonna give this one the benefit of the doubt. I've seen enough people recently saying, hey, like, people that bounced off other Bethesda games going, no, Starfield's actually my favorite one. Like, that's the one I liked. I'm like, okay. All right. Okay. Fair enough. So, I would like to see it. I would like to know. I would like to form my own damn opinion. And at the end of the day, it's not like I could have said no to Keith David anyway. So yeah, we'll be peeking at that imminently, post new TV. So yeah, TV will arrive tomorrow for sure. The goal is to get it set up tomorrow, but then I have to calibrate it. So there might not be a stream tomorrow at all, in any capacity. If there is, it'll be a short one, or a Rivals one. But also Rivals Season 7.5 with Black Cat is Friday. By the way, I saw some Black Cat in the public, the test server they've rolled out to streamers right now. Dude, her ultimate is fucking insane. A fucking 60-meter dash with a 10-second cooldown that refills on every kill. And she can use her whole kit frequently. She's insane. She has so many stuff, so many tools. She's nonsense. I can't believe it. I'm gonna play way too much of her. And it'll be because she's good, not even because of like anything else. Stop that! Stop that! Anyway, so I'm in danger. I am in danger. I am in danger.
Well, why you boring me? I'm right.
Also, I didn't show it off during the Rivals stream the other day. During my reaction set of content. And I don't think I'm going to buy the costume, but they have shown off what special costume they're giving her. And yeah, they're gonna make some fucking money on that. Sorry, let me see if I can actually go get it. Let me find this. Let's see. Where is it? I think it's in their shorts section. Yeah, here it is. All right, I got it. Let me load it up real quick. Oh wait, sorry. Let me go to watch. Okay, let's get Chrome audio on for a second. There you go. Full screen you. Okay. Yeah, listen. I'm probably not gonna put units on this costume because the main one's already good enough. But they're gonna make a lot of money here. They're gonna make a lot of money.
You crossed my path! Gotcha!
They're gonna make a lot of money. Even just having the cat emote's really nice. Spotify. There we go. Oh, apparently the Stream Deck is not currently rigged up to Spotify for some reason. Don't appreciate that. Anyway. Get back to my channel, please. Thank you. There we go. Yeah, she looks ridiculous. She looks fucking crazy, dude. I can't believe it. Yeah, so we'll be, of course, checking that out on Friday. Ideally, all this shit is set up again by then, and like the TV's calibrated and everything. I should just probably be propping it onto HDIG, making sure that the TV is like set correctly. There's probably other features on the TV that I'll probably have to check in over time as I go, but yeah, I've got. It'll be nice to check out. Wouldn't it be funny if I actually did get ripped off back in the day, and this is actually a 55-inch, and then the 65-inch that I ordered is because again I measured it. One second. Bear with me for a second. I'm gonna measure right now. I've measured tape right over there. I'm gonna do it again. Sorry, I thought I would do it. I thought I would do it from the other side of the couch for a second, but that probably wasn't gonna make sense. Let me get you into frame. Obviously, I can't show you literally the whole thing, but you know, I locked it in place where it was, and that don't look. Wait, sorry, is that upside down? Flip that. Oh, I have to do it like this. Okay, fair enough. Get it into frame. Where is it? Turn it. How the fuck is the angle gonna work on this? Yeah, that don't look like 65 to me, does it? That look like 56. So, I don't know, man. I'm just saying. It's gonna end poorly. Whew. Maybe I did get ripped off back in the day. Maybe this is actually a bigger TV. Wouldn't that be funny? That would be hilarious if I actually got ripped off. I only measured it for the first time like last year. if it's 56 inches, I think it might be the inches. If it's 56 inches, I think it might be the inches doing the work. All right. Well, with that, wow, that took so long to start out. Yeah, I can let it roll one more time. Oh. Right. There we go. This is stuck. But yeah. Maybe. Maybe. It would be pretty funny. Cause like, again, I don't know, man. Unless there's something about TV dimensions I'm not understanding. But that seems like a big discrepancy. That seems like a big discrepancy. Like, this is exact. This is exact. And that's this is exact to its exact, like right down to every inch, so I don't know. Oh, you really? Oh, you are? Oh, really? Okay, wait, hold on. I didn't actually know that. Okay, one second, hold on. All right, wait, you might actually have gotten me on that one. One second, I'll check. Okay. Okay, that's closer to 63. Yeah, that's closer to 63. Okay. Well, you may have just correctly reset my expectations, which is good. I was not aware of that. Well, there you go. Anyway. Anyway, that seems good. That seems good to me. Other than apparently not knowing how to measure TVs. Then again, is this a 60? No, whatever. I'm not gonna get pedantic about this. All right. I was in a rough place earlier tonight, so doing anything related to like, also I have a dentist appointment in the morning, so I have to be in bed early anyway. So like, yeah. So stream tomorrow. Unclear. Timing unclear. We'll figure it out. Frames are also a thing. That's true. That's true. So yeah, we will be checking out the next stream. I still have to do Control and finish the DLCs before Starfield, ideally. But I do kind of think that there will be a point where how do I put this? That's the largest application. Fair enough. / cheat, because at the end of the day, a diagonal ain't nobody that's looking at a TV really asking about the diagonals. They are asking about the other width, but whatever, it's fine. So yeah, Control still needs to get finished, so those two are coming in. And I would say that Starfield will start pretty soon after that, or I could just start Starfield early. I could do that to celebrate the TV. Now that Control's technically done, like, I can come back to Control as well. I can also do that, you know? I can do that, so, you know. Those DLCs are kind of meant to be given a little bit of a break anyway, but hey. All right. Elgato just posted a video called Stream Deck becomes your ultimate Spotify controller. Does that mean that they fixed all the Spotify things that I would like them to, and have added tools that are otherwise not there? Because I'm gonna watch that right after this VOD goes offline. Because yeah, that would make right now this thing can only do play and pause, shuffle, and vague elements of sound. I would like to be able to switch songs. That would be nice. Look at you, smarty pants. Anyway, once again, if you want to contribute and help out Percentage Chance / make sure that certain projects can get worked out. Hey, I'll be real for a second. I'm going to consider that paycheck part of the Saros fund. That's 75 I got. As far as I'm concerned, that's bolstering Saros, which means that another project can get uplifted as a result of that. So, hey, cool. Awesome. Anyway, with that, thank you very much for tuning in to Percentage Chance. Poison Pill, Remedy for a Poison Pill will continue throughout the year. Alan Wake 2 will be a little deeper into the year, I've decided. Closer to Control Resonance actual release, I think would be best. We can actually have a little bit of a progression. But now I'm not in that situation where it's like, okay, well, I have to do a lot of stuff to catch up. Now it's just one game. And the summer is always going to be a drought in every year anyway, so hey, it is what it is. So, thank you very much for tuning in for the night. I hope everybody had an alright time. And I will potentially not see you guys tomorrow, actually. And if I do, it'll be later in the night anyway. Maybe I'll just take the day to calibrate it, run tests, check out a bunch of things that I otherwise might not know about. So yeah. So. I have heard many people say drought and drought. But anyway. So. Thank you very much. Ow, fuck. Actually, this is why you don't fucking play with the measuring tape, because it's gonna clip you. Ow. Anyway. Thank you very much for tuning in, and I will see y'all next time. Whenever that is. The next stream could be a rival stream on Friday to celebrate the TV. We'll see. So, I will see you then. Have a good night, and take care. Bye-bye. Oh, man, I just realized I'm gonna have like 8 shorts of the day to run, because I didn't do any of them today. I did have them prepared, too. Ah, shit. Oh, well, fine. Well, it's gonna be a big one next time. See ya.